Nowadays, when it comes to audio, I rarely get excited about a new plugin release. I am more interested in platforms or tools that help me to increase my business, to work faster, work smarter, and to speed up and enhance my workflow. One of the goals for my business is to improve the relationship that I have with my client, and that means better and clear communication, which will result in a faster delivery time. That's something that all the clients need. One platform that I've been using for quite some time is Audome, and I'm really excited to showcase that to you today. This is not a sponsored video, but I was given free access to the platform. But you know me, I don't tell you about stuff that I actually don't need, and you will see how many projects I've done using Audome. The first question is, what is Audome? For me, Audome is the hub where I interact with all the clients and where I manage all my projects. Quick history: when I started out, I was using email as the bridge between me and my clients, but sending files and receiving feedback that way was tedious, and it took a lot of time, and it was a disaster waiting to happen. Email can get lost, you can miss emails, it can end up in spam. It happened to me on a couple of instances where I lost money, time, and clients. So that was the first step where I felt I need a better solution for this interaction. Then I moved to a much better solution. It was Notion. Notion is a platform where you can make anything into anything. So it's a great tool, it's pretty cheap, and it can be used in so many different ways. The problem with that, your clients have to use the Notion interface also, and it's a bit clunky. It requires a learning curve. It's not the best solution when it comes to being user friendly, and it's not exactly perfect. Here comes Audome. I was contacted by Daniel, the founder of Audome. I was given access, and from that point I never stopped using the platform. It changed everything for me. It's so much easier to manage my projects, my feedback, my drafts, the way I send files. It's just an amazing platform when it comes to interacting with your clients. Let's jump into the platform and let me show you why I am so excited about it. This is Audome. You can see that I have a couple of projects in progress. I actually use the platform for my daily work. On the left side we have projects and contacts. On the contact page is where you add your clients, you create a new contact, name, email, you can add the logo, you can add the phone number. Once you have that, you can create projects with that client. A new project, and you see that you have a list with the clients, and you can add that client to a new project. Really, really easy to use. You have the title, contact, you can use a password, so when the client receives the link, it has the password to get access. You can add the project price. Cool new feature, this is fairly new. The free revision counter, you can add like a limited number of revisions. I usually offer unlimited revisions, so I don't use the feature, but I think this is cool because it really makes the client aware of the fact that they should be careful with the revisions. Let's jump into a project and let me show you why I like Audome so much. I've just finished a new album for DCure called Loops. This is the Audome interface. The album has 12 tracks. You can see all the tracks in this list. When a project is finished, there isn't that many things that you are seeing here, but let me show you behind the scene. On this track, you can see that I have the original mix and we have a draft one. Also on the right side, we have comments. You can see that we have two tabs for the comments, active and resolved. If I move to the first mix, you can see that I have a couple of feedback from the artist. A little more reverb, lower the verse. So when I go into the mixing session, I make those revisions with Audome in front of me. And the great thing about this is that we have timestamps. If I click the timestamp, then the track will play exactly at that point. The artist, the client, can pinpoint exactly where the issue is, what should be improved. And you can also reply to the comments. You can go back and forth. The process of adding a comment as a client on Audome is fairly simple. You just highlight a section, just like this, and you add a comment. Let's say I want the drums to be louder. Louder drums here. Create a comment, and you can see the person who made the comment. You can see the section. So it speeds up the workflow in a really nice way. I hope that in the future this is going to be implemented in a plugin so I can have Audome inside of my DAW. That would be amazing. That plugin should track exactly the timeline in my project. Just think about that. Something that's going to be life-changing. You don't have to be on the browser for that. Now I want to show you the behind the scene as the mixing engineer. I have the edit project. In the general tab, I have everything that I already showed you. Then I have the file vault. Here is where I have all the files for that project. You can see that for this track, I have two versions. I can add more versions, add that version here, and it will showcase as a new version in the preview. I can delete stuff. This is where all the audio stuff is going to be, and this is where you can upload other type of files. For example, here I have the zip file containing the masters in MP3 and WAV. It's something that I really like about Audome. And you can also, if I go with preview, if I hit download, I can download all the tracks, the latest version, or I can download the others. Here you can have zip, pictures, all other type of files. Picture with the analog setup, so you have that to recall. A great thing is that you can set the project to completed, save, and it's gone from the active tab. Now it's in the completed tab. If a client asks for more revisions, if you need to go back to the mix, you have the files there. You have the masters, you have all the drafts, you have the pictures with the recall. You can even upload the full project as a backup. How about that? It's a really cool thing that it gives me a peace of mind. So this is just the basic way I use Audome. Send the file to the client, receive feedback, work on the revisions, upload a new version, receive feedback, repeat until we have the final mix, master, send the master as a zip file, the client downloads the files, project completed. Everything is done here. I don't have to go through emails. I can leave comments. It just speeds up everything for me. And there are a lot of other functions like the search, the filters. You can search by project status. You can search by contact. A project changes status when you have a new feedback. So it's a really great platform for someone like me, a mixing and mastering engineer. One really amazing thing about Audome is how fast they are improving the platform. I've sent a couple of times some feedback and they made the changes. It's really nice to see that developers are listening to the users and if you have any issues, the support they provided is pretty good. I have no complaints whatsoever in that department. Who is it for? Mixing and mastering engineers, artists who collaborate, producers, all of you can benefit from using a platform like Audome. I cannot recommend it enough. It saves me time, money, and it's such a nice feeling to know that everything is in the same place. Feedback, files, you have everything there so you can manage your work from a single place. I am also really excited about the future because at this space, this is going to be a pretty interesting platform. If they add more features, I know that this is going to be one of the most powerful platforms that you can use if you are a mixing, master engineer, an artist that work with files and collaborators. It's going to be amazing because there is still room for improvement.